Motivation is often seen as the spark that ignites the fire of action. It feels good, powerful, and inspiring. When you wake up energized and driven by your goals, you accomplish a lot with apparent ease. But motivation is a fleeting emotion. It comes and goes like the changing weather. It is not a reliable force to depend on every single day. If you wait only for motivation to take action, you will find yourself stalled often, stuck in cycles of starts and stops. The truth is, motivation alone will never carry you to your greatest achievements. What truly propels a person forward, especially over the long haul, is discipline. Discipline is the steady, unwavering commitment to doing what must be done, even when the feelings of motivation have vanished. It is the ability to hold yourself accountable and force yourself into action, regardless of how you feel at the moment. This is where ordinary people separate themselves from those who accomplish extraordinary things. Discipline becomes the engine that keeps the wheels turning when motivation has run dry. Discipline means creating a system of habits and routines that guide your daily efforts toward your goal. It means showing up consistently, even on days when you would rather do anything else. It means resisting the temptations of procrastination, distraction, and comfort. When motivation is high, you might take 5 or 6 steps forward at once, but discipline ensures you keep taking at least 1 step forward every single day, no matter how small that step might be. Forcing yourself to act in the absence of motivation is not easy. It requires mental toughness and a clear understanding of your why, the purpose behind your goal. When you know why you want to achieve something deeply, you can use that purpose as a source of inner strength. You remind yourself that the pain of discipline is temporary, but the reward of accomplishment is lasting. This mindset shifts your perspective from seeking short-term comfort to embracing long-term fulfillment. A disciplined person learns to ignore the inner voice that urges rest, distraction, or quitting. That voice is natural. It is your mind's way of protecting you from discomfort and risk. But true growth and success come from pushing through discomfort, not avoiding it. Discipline is the bridge that connects your dreams to reality, because it forces you to move forward even when the journey feels tough or uninspiring. The power of discipline can be seen in countless examples throughout history and in everyday life. Great athletes train every day, regardless of how they feel, because they have disciplined themselves to follow a regimen that leads to excellence. Artists, writers, and entrepreneurs develop routines that ensure progress, knowing that waiting for inspiration alone would leave their work incomplete. These disciplined actions accumulate over time, building momentum that motivation alone could never sustain. Another important aspect of discipline is its role in building confidence and self-respect. Each time you force yourself to act when you don't feel like it, you prove to yourself that you are capable and strong. This builds trust in your own ability to overcome challenges and keeps you moving forward with greater certainty. Motivation might give you a temporary boost, but discipline gives you lasting power. Discipline also helps guard against the unpredictable nature of motivation by providing structure. When you have a disciplined approach, your actions become automatic. You no longer rely on how you feel to get started, because your habits create a natural rhythm. This automaticity reduces the mental energy spent debating whether to take action or not, allowing you to focus on progress instead. It is crucial to recognize that discipline is not about harsh self-punishment or rigid control. It is about creating a framework that supports your growth and aligns your daily actions with your deepest aspirations. When you force yourself to act, you are not defeating yourself. You are training yourself to become a person who can turn vision into reality. Some people may believe that forcing themselves to act is unnatural or too difficult. But like any skill, discipline can be developed and strengthened through consistent practice. Start with small commitments and build on them steadily. Over time, forcing yourself to act becomes less about struggle and more about habit, an integral part of who you are. At the core, discipline is about choosing your future over momentary feelings. It means refusing to be a slave to how you feel right now and instead acting in accordance with the person you want to become. When you master this, you unlock a tremendous source of power that can overcome even the greatest obstacles. Ultimately, success depends on your ability to move beyond motivation and tap into the deep well of discipline. It is the force that compels you to take action, keep working, and never give up, even when the initial excitement has faded. You must learn to force yourself to keep moving forward, no matter what, because that is the only path to lasting achievement. Commitment to persistence is the invisible force behind every great achievement. It is not talent, luck, or even intelligence that ultimately determines whether a person reaches their goals. It is the refusal to quit, no matter what stands in the way. Obstacles, setbacks, and failures are inevitable parts of any journey worth taking. They test your resolve and challenge your dedication. The key to success lies not in avoiding these difficulties, but in committing yourself to persist beyond them. When you set a meaningful goal, you are making a promise to yourself, a promise to keep going even when the path becomes difficult. This promise creates a foundation of commitment, which is the bedrock of persistence. Commitment is a conscious decision to hold on to your vision and refuse to be swayed by temporary hardships. It means understanding that the road to success is rarely smooth, and that persistence is the price you pay to reach the destination. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they give up too soon. They allow early failures to convince them that success is impossible. Yet, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of it. Every setback carries valuable lessons and opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. Persistent people do not see failure as a stop sign. They see it as a stepping stone. They understand that each obstacle is a test of their dedication and an invitation to develop new skills, strategies, and resilience. The power of persistence comes from the unwavering belief in your goal and your ability to achieve it. When you commit to persistence, you develop a mindset that is focused on solutions rather than problems. Instead of giving up when things go wrong, you ask yourself, how can I overcome this? What can I learn? What's the next step? This shift in thinking transforms obstacles into challenges that can be conquered, rather than barriers that block your progress. Persistence also requires patience. Success rarely happens overnight. It often demands consistent effort over months or even years. This long-term view allows you to stay committed during times when progress seems slow or invisible. Patience paired with persistence means trusting the process, knowing that your hard work will eventually bear fruit even if you cannot see immediate results. Another important aspect of persistence is adaptability. Committed individuals do not blindly repeat the same actions if they are not working. Instead, persistence involves flexibility and the willingness to adjust your approach while keeping your ultimate goal in sight. This balance between steadfastness and adaptability allows you to navigate around obstacles rather than being stopped by them. Persistence builds character and confidence. Each time you face difficulty and choose to keep going, you strengthen your inner resolve. You prove to yourself that you are capable of handling adversity. This confidence fuels further persistence because you learn that no obstacle is too great to overcome. You become more comfortable with discomfort and uncertainty, which are inevitable in any worthwhile pursuit. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail often boils down to one question: who was willing to keep going the longest? History is filled with examples of people who failed repeatedly but never gave up. Their persistence ultimately led them to breakthroughs and triumphs. On the other hand, many talented individuals who gave up early never realized their full potential. Persistence also has a ripple effect on those around you. When others see your dedication and refusal to quit, it inspires them to adopt a similar mindset. Your commitment to keep moving forward creates a positive momentum that extends beyond yourself. It builds a culture of resilience and determination that can elevate entire teams, communities, or organizations. It is essential to recognize that persistence does not mean stubbornness. It is not about mindlessly pushing forward without reflection. True persistence involves clarity of purpose, continuous learning, and the courage to face reality. When you commit to persistence, you are willing to do whatever it takes, within ethical and practical boundaries, to reach your goal. This includes seeking help, acquiring new knowledge, and adjusting your tactics. To cultivate persistence, you must remind yourself regularly of your reasons for pursuing your goal. Strong why will keep your commitment alive when distractions and doubts arise. Visualize the benefits of success and how your life will improve. Use these visions as fuel to power your persistence, especially during difficult times. Finally, persistence requires a mindset of hope and optimism. Believing that success is possible keeps your spirit alive. Even when the world seems to push against you, persistence keeps you moving forward because you trust that your efforts will be rewarded. This hope is not blind optimism, but a confident expectation based on your commitment and hard work. In the end, commitment to persistence is the secret ingredient that transforms dreams into reality. It is the force that keeps you moving forward despite obstacles, failures, and delays. The refusal to quit is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. By embracing persistence, you build the foundation for lasting success and become unstoppable in your pursuit of excellence. The mind is an incredibly powerful tool, but it can also be the greatest obstacle standing between you and your success. It is natural for the human mind to seek comfort, avoid pain, and resist effort. This tendency often leads to excuses and distractions that steal away time, energy, and focus. To achieve any meaningful goal, you must learn to train your mind, transform it from a source of resistance into an ally. This transformation begins with adopting a mindset that rises above excuses and distractions by firmly anchoring itself in purpose. Excuses are the mind's way of protecting us from discomfort and risk. When faced with challenges, it whispers reasons why now is not the right time, why you don't have enough resources, or why you should delay action. These excuses may feel logical, but they are ultimately deceptive. They serve only to justify inactivity and postpone progress. The first step in overcoming excuses is recognizing them for what they truly are: obstacles created by the mind to avoid effort and uncertainty. Distractions function similarly. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, notifications, entertainment, and countless other pulls on your attention. While some distractions may seem harmless, they slowly chip away at your ability to focus on what truly matters. Each moment spent distracted is a moment lost from working toward your goal. Training your mind to resist these distractions requires conscious effort and deliberate practice. The foundation for overcoming both excuses and distractions is purpose. Purpose is the clear, compelling reason behind your goal, the why, that fuels your commitment and energizes your actions. When your mind is anchored in a strong purpose, excuses begin to lose their power. The discomfort of effort is outweighed by the desire to achieve something meaningful. Distractions become less enticing because they stand between you and what you truly want. Focusing on purpose requires clarity and repetition. You must define your goal in precise terms and understand deeply why it matters to you. This clarity acts like a compass, guiding your decisions and actions. When distractions arise, you can ask yourself, will this help me get closer to my goal? If the answer is no, you learn to say no to the distraction without hesitation. Similarly, when excuses start to form, remind yourself of your purpose to reinforce your resolve. Training the mind also means developing self-awareness. Become an observer of your own thoughts and recognize patterns of excuses and tendencies to procrastinate. Awareness gives you the power to interrupt these automatic reactions. Instead of accepting excuses as truths, challenge them. Ask yourself if they are valid or if they are just your mind seeking an easy way out. This practice strengthens your mental discipline and increases your ability to stay focused. Another essential element is cultivating a positive, solution-oriented mindset. Excuses thrive in a mindset focused on problems and limitations. When your mind is stuck on, "I can't," or "it's too hard," excuses multiply. Shifting your mindset to "how can I," or "what is possible," opens the door to creative problem solving and perseverance. This mindset change is not about ignoring challenges, but about approaching them with determination and optimism. Building mental resilience is also part of training your mind. Resilience helps you bounce back from setbacks without falling into the trap of excuses. It teaches you to see failure not as a reason to quit, but as a valuable lesson. When your purpose is strong, setbacks become temporary hurdles rather than permanent roadblocks. This resilience grows each time you overcome an excuse or push through a distraction, making it easier to stay on track in the future. Creating a daily routine that supports focus and minimizes distractions is a practical way to strengthen your mindset. Structure your environment to reduce temptations. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Set specific times for tasks, and create dedicated workspaces. These habits train your mind to enter a state of concentration more easily, reducing the power distractions have over you. Surrounding yourself with positive influences also plays a critical role. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you inhabit all shape your mindset. Choose to engage with those who inspire you, challenge your excuses, and encourage your growth. Exposure to positive role models and uplifting messages reinforces your purpose and commitment. Visualization and affirmations can be powerful tools to align your mind with your purpose. By regularly imagining the successful achievement of your goal and affirming your ability to overcome obstacles, you condition your subconscious mind to support your conscious efforts. This mental rehearsal strengthens your focus and reduces the impact of excuses and distractions. Finally, be patient and compassionate with yourself during this process. Training the mind to overcome excuses and distractions is not instantaneous. It requires consistent effort and self-discipline. You will encounter moments of weakness, but these do not define you. What matters is your willingness to return to your purpose and keep pushing forward. Ultimately, mindset is the battlefield where the war for your success is won or lost. By choosing to train your mind, you transform it from a source of limitation into a powerful engine of achievement. Anchored in purpose, free from excuses, and focused beyond distractions, your mind becomes your greatest asset on the journey to success. This speech instills a powerful mindset of relentless discipline, unwavering commitment, and mental toughness. It encourages listeners to rise above fleeting motivation by forcing themselves into consistent action, even when challenges, doubts, or distractions arise. By focusing on purpose and training the mind to reject excuses, the speech empowers individuals to embrace discomfort as a necessary step toward growth. Ultimately, it inspires an unshakable persistence that turns obstacles into opportunities, transforming dreams into reality through steady, unstoppable effort.